they have uh, shorts that as tight as they can get, or a dress, and they look like little prostitutes. They really do. And I'm going like, wait a minute, aren't they going to school to learn how to read and write?
Supposed to be.
Anytime your daughter or son goes to school with his pants down, what's that tell you? I'm not trying to learn. I am trying to impress the girls.
Right.
The girls are saying what? I am trying to impress the men. I'm trying to see who I can sleep with and make happy. Because that's what's going on. How did that happen? Yeah, how did it happen? Society encourages, get mad at me you want to, sex without marriage.
Right.
They encourage it. The kids see the grown-ups having sex everywhere. And they got in, have sex in the park, on top of the stairs. So when they see all this, and they see the family life deteriorating, now they have to raise themselves. So they're saying, I need to pick somebody I can have fun with, despite it being against God. I don't care what God says. And no one's telling me no better. They're not. No one's telling me not to do that. So, and I know that the Tony Awards, the awards on TV, all the little awards they get, it's glorified. Evil is glorified, believe it or not. It is glorified. It is. And now you don't have, the churches are not concerned with living right. They might say something like, "No, you gotta live right. You gotta live right. You gotta live right." And I don't want to step nobody's toe. Understand this. If a preacher tithing was reinstated because people said this. The leaders said this. If we don't watch out, if we're not careful, we're not going to have no money. Now, how can I get money from my people in church, parishioners, if you will? How can I get money from people in the church and still be holy? Or how can I lie and make the lie good? Abraham lied and told the Egyptians, that's my sister. Abraham said, just in case, now I'm gonna give you guys something that's, just in case God is asleep at the switch, I may have to step into my reality and lie in order to make it. So Abraham did lie and said, this is not my wife, this is my sister. Because they asked her, who are you? I'm his sister. Now, why is that? Okay, we bring it down to the common denominator. When the king found out that that was his wife, he asked Abraham, why did you lie to me? Abraham, know what Abraham said? Abraham said, I know you're wicked, and I know that. Now, you have to understand, the king custom was, if a woman comes into his province and she is married and she looks very good, his subject will go back to the king and say, we got visitors coming. And there's one that's very beautiful. Yeah, this girl's a knockout, man. She got a big booty, man. She just, whoa, everything's tight. Yeah, let's give it to you straight. We'll give you a new version, 2024 version.
Right.
They would bring the woman in to see the king, and if she had a husband, they would set it up for him to die accidentally on purpose. Accidentally on purpose. Accidentally on purpose. So now the wife goes, how did he die? Well, something happened. He tripped over and hit his eye on the doorknob, something. Now the wife is out of her husband, and the king says, don't worry about it. I got you, babe. I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? You become my wife now. See how it works out?
Mm-hmm.
So Abraham, knowing all this, lied and said, God is not able to handle this, so I better. And so he did. Now, the king had a dream, and God said, you touch it, you want to, you're dead man this night. Not tomorrow, tonight.
Right.
And people got sick. Everybody got sick. No one knew why. And he found out that Abraham lied. And he sent him away rich, but it happened. Okay. So I'm just saying that if a pastor feels unsafe because he can't trust God, then what he'll do, he'll take that tithing and bring it back alive. That was Old Testament. People just lying away. Just God in Christ really lying. I'll put holes in your pocket. What's that scripture again? That lying scripture that they always say. Just God in Christ. What is it?
Malachi 3:11.
Malachi 3:11. If you don't give me your money, I'm gonna take it. God is a hitman. God's a thug, you know what I'm saying? God said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's up with the money, dog? You don't give it to me, I'm going to take it from you, fool. They think God's a robber. They think God is a mafia man. So, this is what they said, we got to understand, God has to understand the lie is necessary to make sure people give at least the tithing. Now, let's say you don't want to preach against sin. And believe me, most churches do not preach against sin. It's not profitable. It's not profitable. It's not profitable. It's not profitable.
You're
to preach
right.
against sin.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do then? How do you get money from me? If you don't trust God, you have to lie, and you got to tell God. You have to understand God. I don't mean to lie, but I don't have a choice. Because if I don't tell them that tithing is in fact for today, which it really ain't, it is not a sin to tithe if that's what you want to do yourself. It's not a sin. It's just not for today. But you can tithe now. I'm not saying it's a sin. I'm saying that it is Old Testament. It is not the New Testament.
Right.
New Testament is not taught tithing. But you can manipulate the Bible, and make it like it is. So preachers have. And there's 3 or 4 or 5 preachers that don't teach about tithing, and they say it because it's not scriptural for today. And guess what happened? All the preachers called him up and said, hey, man, you messing with our money, dog. You know, we need some stuff and some suits, some brand new cars. And we gotta pay Miss Thing playing the organ. And she on there just playing away. We gotta pay him. We gotta pay the guitar player.
You're right.
We gotta pay the drum player. All these people don't care nothing about you, but they make the church. They make the church. Without them, we have no church. We have no church. No service, no money. So, you don't preach against sin, and you get tithings and offerings. If you do preach against sin, and you heard how they do this, the pastor start preaching against sin, and this is what he says, and girl got to put his skirts up, and they got to stop wearing her, and you know, and it start, and the congregation get like, whoa, all right, yeah, it ain't me no way going on. And then he said, well, I ain't gonna go there. Oh, wait a minute. I heard this. I ain't gonna go
We
there.
have heard that
So many
times.
I'm not gonna go
Not
there.
gonna go
He
there.
will start.
Mm.
I'm not gonna go there. Now let me interpret that. What that means.
And he cuts it off.
I'm gonna tell you what it means. Those who do not know, I know. That means if I go there, it's a good chance that next week the offer's gonna be really low. Really low. Because you
My
made
God.
somebody mad.
Is that the truth?
So now let's say you preach against sin,
Mm-hmm.
and then the offering's taken up afterwards. There's a good chance you're gonna lose the offering,
Mm-hmm.
but you're gonna get the tithing because God already said, according to you, that if y'all don't pay your tithing, aka insurance policies, aka means nickname or another name for what you. It means another name for who you are.
Okay.
Like if your name is John, and somebody says we call him Killer, the cops say, "What's his name?" Well, then John. What you like to call him? Killer. That's AKA. That's what I mean.
Okay.
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 So,
Gotcha.
Like anybody you know, like JJ, her name is
Jayla.
okay, but AKA. What you call her?
Jayla.
Yeah, well, okay. She called her Jayla. Okay, we go
Her
Jayla.
name is Jayla. We call her Jaylay.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, that's AKA. So me, like Laquita name is Laquita,
Right.
and I call her Quee,
Mhm.
AKA Quee.
Mhm.
So if something happens, they say, what do they call her? We know her name. That's what I mean.
Sometime I may call her Tuda.
Right. Okay, but that's what I mean. So it means that we're not going to allow our money to slip through our hands if we can help it. And God has to understand. Sometimes we have to allow Satan a seat in our church in order to make church happen right. Now, some churches is like this. If you don't have a job, if you join the church and you don't have a job, you are called filler. Filler is when you make, what's they call it? Meatloaf, right?
Okay.
When you make meatloaf, the meat is in there. But you need other
You
ingredients.
gotta mold it. You gotta shape it.
Right. You put what in there? What else?
Seasonings.
What else?
Anything you want in there.
What else though? Bread.
Mm-hmm. Or breadcrumbs or crackers.
To make it bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm making
Mm-hmm.
is we're gonna make the meatloaf bigger. We're gonna expand it.
Right.
So and the extra is gonna make it bigger. So if you have 10 people that don't work and they join the church, they can join, but what the church don't tell you is that they look at them as fillers. You don't have a job, you are of no real value to the church. Not really. Not really.
Okay.
But you're filler. You fill the seats up. You make your church look what? Big. Okay. Now you have
Got you now.
somebody like Griggs. Okay. Got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So he joined, and his clan joined. That's some serious bucks. Some serious bucks. So he can do almost anything he wants because he's a big shot. He has a lot of money. He can call shots. He can make things happen. Okay. So we love him because he's got money.
Mm-hmm.
So come offering time, we can depend on their money to help the church survive. Okay, I understand that. But understand, if you don't work, if you do not give tithing and offerings, you're only filler. And if something goes down with you, you're not gonna get any help. Now we know some people that needed help, but because they didn't pay no tithings or offerings, because they didn't have no job, didn't have no money, they did not help them at all, because they're not a viable source. But if you got money, honey, and you want something done, it's going to get done, whether God likes it or not. How about that? Whether God likes it or not.
You're correct.
I'm going to do this because I can. Saul said this. The prophet's not here to do the sacrifice. In the Bible, read the Bible sometime. So the other minister said, Saul, you're not allowed to do the sacrifice because you're not a priest. You're a king. But Saul said, I don't care. The prophet didn't make it like he should have made it. He's off time. So I'm the king. Since I'm the king, I'm the king. I do whatever I want. I don't care what God wants, it's what I want. And he did it. And the prophet showed up and said, God said, since you did this thing against me, I am not going to take the kingdom from you. Now, he was still the king in the process of David getting ready. So you can be a pastor of a church and say, I'm going to do this thing. Eventually, God's going to come down on you and take you off of your pulpit and put somebody that's more honorable.
Right.
Meanwhile, you're still a pastor. See, that's why people confused. When God don't judge a person right away, they feel like, well, if God don't judge me, I got my legs, my hands, I got my car, I got my girlfriend, I got my sexy girlfriend, I got a wife. I'm cool. I'm cool. God ain't hurt me. I'm eating good, living good. I got money. I'm lying to the people. Everything's good. And I don't see God hit me nowhere. So apparently, God understands me. God understands I need that extra chick. God understands I've heard churches say this. He need a girlfriend. That's his wife. He ain't acting right. She ain't acting right. He need a girlfriend. I hope he get one too. And I hope it's me. I think I deserve him more than she does. This goes on in church.
It does.
Is what it is. So we had a good time today. And again, last but not least, okay, I'll be going to with this. Let me help y'all. Whoever has the other God, it's called, in California, it's called Royal Stars, your daily horoscope from Giaga Nichols, some woman, whatever she is. Okay. What do you guys want every day? We got these guys here, and this is the God for the day. And this is the God for the day. I mean, what did this God say? Now, I ain't talking about the real God. I'm talking about
the false God.
What did this false God say about? Let me see. Where we gonna go with this? Okay, I tell you what. Let me go with me. I'll use me today. The new God, Satan, says, Pisces. February 19, March 20. Be patient with family members today. Okay. Instead, divert your attention to dealings with friends, groups, and organizations because you can influence other people today. People will listen to you, especially young people. Woo, that is me, man. That is girl. That's me. That's me. Boy, they sure know how to get it right on their head. Because I ask people about this. What are you? Now, I do this for a reason. I make them tell themselves.
Okay.
If I say you're a Cancer and this is wrong, now they ain't gonna admit to it. Or they're gonna give me an argument. But if I say, hey man, how you doing? Man, ain't today a good day? Man, something, I read my horoscope and it gave me an idea today. Yeah, I did too, man. Oh man, what are you, man? I'm a Cancer, man. I'm a Cancer. Let's see what the devil says about you.
You're right.
Let's see
You're right. What the devil say?
Let's see what Satan says. Satan says, listen, June in July. Be patient with partners, what? And close friends. That's just it. Because it's easy to feel annoyed with others. Remember that no matter what they say to you, your response is your choice. Plus, if you know how sensitive you are, make your life easier and take the high road. The view is better. Satan got it, man. Satan got it going on. Yeah, sir. Listen.
Oh, it's one lie after another.
This God, whomsoever is going by this astrology, your daily horoscopes, they're going to hell. Now,
Plain and simple as that.
it is. It is. I did. I did. I believed in this.
I did too.
When I was young.
I did too.
And
before I was saved.
I went by it.
Years ago. I did too.
I never remember what happened to me. I kept reading it every day. And I was living under Satan's rule,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a headache that wouldn't stop. I mean, Amy, it was tremendous. And I kept wondering why I kept getting headaches as I read this stuff. And God was telling me in so many words, that's a false God. Now, watch this. In the laundromat, I'll mind my own business. My wife said, why don't you go over and tell them girls over there and talk about how great God is, their God is, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in the horoscope,
Mm-hmm.
and tell them it's sin. And I was reluctant. I didn't want to do it. I said, no, I'm gonna let them go ahead, you know, and do what they do. I'm tired, you know, I've worked all day, make the laundry, I don't like being blah, 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 blah. So my wife kept on me, so I said, okay. So I went to the 3 girls, and I explained to them that it was witchcraft. One girl accepted it. She did. She said, after explaining it to me, now I understand that it is witchcraft. 2 got mad, but 1 got real mad.
Oh, yes, she did.
I mean, she got mad. Now,
Woo-wee.
let's see why she got mad. Let me tell you why she got mad. I have to answer that too. She invested in this false God for years. And she didn't know it was wrong. She didn't know. She didn't know it was wrong. She thought she was doing a great thing. As far as she's concerned, it's a God that she enjoys to let her know how to live her daily life.
Mm-hmm.
And I messed it up by telling her it's a false God, it's from demons, and if you continue that the rest of your life, you're going to find yourself in hell. Woo! She blew up.
Oh, my
Man,
God.
she was mad.
Didn't
So,
she?
Yeah,
The very next day, we went to the laundromat. The demon in her didn't even look at us. That demon was just raging.
So
You could see the demon all in her.
she was upset because I busted her bubble with her God. Now, here's what I want to show you. Now, you might know this. I sincerely doubt it if you do. Can you remember Egypt? Those who have some type of biblical sense knows what happened to Egypt when the Israelites were there.
Mm-hmm.
And what did Moses say? Let my people go.
Oh,
Okay. And
yes, he did.
the king was more than reluctant to do it. Now, God sent 10 plagues on Egypt. But they didn't hit Israel. Now Israel, you got a city. The Jews were living like on the south side of the city, in the suburbs. And they were also slaves too. Now, the Egyptians were living on the north side, however you want to say it. All the plagues destroyed the Egyptians' property and people, but then did not touch the Israelites. You think it would, because they're right there. I mean, they're right there, right there, right right there. So it should have hit them too. But God knows how to separate the wheat from the chaff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me help you with that.
The wheat from the tear.
When they gather wheat,
Mm.
they did it back then, today too.
Mm-hmm.
They had people at four corners of the sheep, and they would shake the sheep until the chaff would go out and the wheat was left. The wheat's good.
Mm-hmm. True.
Same way today. God have people that He loves, that He trying. God is going to protect His people from the onslaught of this predicament we're in now. But sometimes there is devastation, even in Christian life, when you're trying to do the right thing. But God makes sure you eat. God's going to take care of you.
Okay.
Now, watch this.
Yes, He does.
Here's something that's not in the Bible. It's in the history books. History books. That the Vatican did not allow to go in the Bible. And that's this. Every plague that Egypt went through, those plagues were certain insects and animals or whatever. They were all Egyptians' gods. God took Egypt's own gods and turned them against Egypt. That's 2 for 1.
Yeah.
So
Sure did.
I'm putting plagues on you. That's bad.
Mm.
And I'm using your gods to do it. Yeah. It's in the history books in Israel. So, understand. The Bible is the Bible. Then you have books that back up the Bible that are history books. History books in Israel, in Egypt. It tells you about things that happened and how they happened, and it coincides with the Bible. It does.
Right.
So
I know.
they tried to find these books, and they couldn't find them all. But God is so smart that He hid a lot of them. And now that Satan going about destroying everything, God brought the books out of the caves, and now we got them. And guess who got them first? You will love this. Guess who got them first? The Vatican. God allowed the Vatican to get them first.
I know.
Now, the Vatican was the one that said, well, we don't want this book in the Bible. We don't want that book in the Bible. But now it came to fruition. It came up.
God,
Now people can't stand it. Because Enoch. Enoch explained in straight away how bad hell was. I mean, it was worse than anybody could describe. I'm saying, when Enoch described hell, because the angel came down and allowed him to go with him through these particular areas. And they asked Enoch, what's your problem? Why you want to know so much? You know what the answer was? I want to know everything about God I could. That was the answer. And when he found out how hell bad, when he found out how bad hell was, you know what he did? He bailed. Okay, all right, we're done with this.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We are done. I mean, we are done, man. That was not good at all. And when Enoch explained how, I can't do all, I don't have time. It was so horrible. When he explained how bad hell was, it was so horrible that the diocese, the Vatican, the Pope said, we can't allow that book to be a part of the Bible because it's too horrific. We don't believe that God will allow that to happen to the devils. See, when Satan crossed God out, when God created hell, what he did, whatever God created is bad. God wants Satan to suffer, and I mean bad.
Oh, he's going to.
Now, you say, well,
Oh, he's definitely going to suffer.
why God, why can't God just let Satan go? Why can't let him go? What's wrong with God? Why can't let Satan go? Question. Why did not God forgive Satan if God is a forgiving God? Tell you why, if you want to know. When God created the angels and Satan, the angels and Satan are created by God perfect, no flaws. When God created man, he was perfect until him and his wife messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Now they need
Adam
what?
and Eve.
What they need now? Now, after they messed up, what do they need now? Forgiveness.
Right.
God created human, and humans messed up. And God said, I'm going to reclaim what I created.
Thank you,
How to do that?
Jesus.
God now had to make a way to regain his people. Let me help you out there. The ones that want to go with him, the ones that want to be with him, you don't have to want to be with God. You don't.
You're right. The choice is up to us.
Now, today, all over the world, newscasters are saying there is horn blowing all over the atmosphere, all over the world, in different countries, cities, and states. And you ought to hear that sound. It's a real deep, a deep horn. And I did not know this was going to happen. I didn't think it was. I didn't think God was coming back this soon. I didn't. I honestly didn't. I thought maybe 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? So now the horns are now blowing.
Wow.
And people, check it out on your TV. The news stations,
Yeah.
not just YouTube, the news stations is saying there's a sound that's being heard all over the world, and it's a deep sound like a spaceship, but it's not a spaceship, it's a horn sound. Listen, when I say deep, I mean deep. And it's...
That's what the Bible said.
And people are going like, what the hell? What is that? What in the world?
They're scared. They're scared.
What the? I don't know. Where'd it come from? Up there somewhere. Up there somewhere. I don't know. So, I'm not surprised, but I am. I ain't think this will happen now. I didn't. I know it's bad. Believe me, it's y'all done pushed God in the corner.
It's critical on this.
Y'all done
It's
pushed
very
God in the
critical.
corner, and now God's coming out. First thing God is doing, he's uncovering a lot of the pastors.
Right. That's true.
Men, bishops, marrying
That is
bishops.
true.
Women wearing worship. Now you got, people ain't gonna like it, but it's true. Now you got gay churches, and you got gay pastors, gay bishops, and you better not say anything about it, or they'll cancel you.